We have here with us Miss Gloria Ibru, who is a popular jazz musician in Nigeria. Welcome to Sahara Reporters, ma'am.
Thank you very much.
So let's get a little introduction about yourself, music career, and your performance at the just concluded celebration.
Well, my name is Gloria Ibru. I have been doing music professionally for about 25 years. Mostly jazz and high life, but I do other genres as well. And just concluded celebration was brilliant. I performed at the Shrine, and then I performed at Freedom Park as well.
What's your perception and symbolism as well of the legend Fela Kuti and his music?
I think he's one of the greatest musicians that came out of Africa. Probably the best, the most. Put it this way, he's the Michael Jackson of Africa.
Mm-hmm. It's sad also that we had to find, the Lagos State government did erect a statue of him, of the legend Fela Kuti, at a place in Lagos called Allen Roundabout. Mm-hmm. The statue is of Fela and is without a head. What's your perception?
It's shocking. Why would, I mean, not only Fela, any human being, why would you put a statue without a head of anybody? And I wonder where his children are.
They seem
for them
okay with
to allow something like that. That's a headless person is not a person. And like I said, this is one of the greatest people that came out of Africa, and you put a headless statue of him. I don't understand it.
In the past, we've had musicians such as Fela Kuti, Sonny Okosun, Osayomo Joseph use their music to criticize government excesses in diverse ways. Why can't we have present-day Nigerian musicians do the same?
I think that present-day musicians are more interested in Moe and Bum Bum. so they're not interested in what's going on. I mean, they make a lot of money singing what they are singing. So I mean, they don't really care. So
it's a case of the public buying their music.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they don't care what conditions the
what
public
they have. They don't give a hoot. So I mean, these days, all they're thinking about is how they go to clubs and pop champagne and.
In your opinion, is that correct? Is that the appropriate thing to do?
Well, my opinion doesn't really count in this matter, does it?
It does in my interview.
In your interview, well. It's not correct. Music is probably one of the strongest message carriers, and you have little children. I saw a video of a little Indian boy. He must have been maybe like 6, 7, and he danced Michael Jackson like it was Michael Jackson. This is what musicians are to every human being, especially children. Now, you're sending messages out of how it is okay to just drink champagne and smoke cocaine and all of that to little children. I mean, these kids are looking up to us as musicians. We don't send messages out of peace in the world and that kind of thing anymore. I don't think it's right.
But do you think that if they did music that revolves around sensible lyrics, would they still make market? Would they sell?
I think if everybody is, it would.
Popular Nigerian musician Two-Face Innocent Idibia chickened out of the much publicized Enough is Enough protest of February. Are you one of those who felt that the singer shouldn't have backed out of the protest?
He shouldn't have. Two-Face is my little brother, and I supported him actually. I had back surgery recently. If I didn't have back surgery, I probably would have marched with him, because Nigeria is deteriorating. It's deteriorated. I mean, there's no quality to life anymore, and it is our voice, the musician's voice, that is the strongest voice. Like I said, it's the strongest message carrier. If we don't do something about it, then nobody else will.
So why didn't we find other musicians people who Nigerians look up to, replace him when he backed out of the protest?
Like I said, they're not interested. They're interested in singing about champagne and cocaine and booty.
So you're saying that Nigerian musicians are afraid to speak out against governments for the fear of being attacked or losing partnership?
I don't think that they're afraid of being attacked or any of that. I think they're making enough money. They don't really care what is really happening, if you know what I mean. I mean, if somebody's making 7 million naira a show, then really, what do you care?
Do you care about what's happening?
I do. I care a lot. One of my songs is titled Africa, coming out of my album, and it's talking about how, as Africans, if we live together, if we can detribalize ourselves, then it will be a much better continent to live on. My music carries a message. And, you know, if it's only one person that hears it, that's fine.
Speaking of the message that music carries, do you think that Nigerian music has positively influenced the lives of the people who listen to it?
Not these days, no. Not the music that's being made these days. I mean, a lot of the lyrics are senseless.
But we have a couple of those who make sense.
Yeah, a few. But mostly, the lyrics are senseless. There's just some words that they come up with that I have no idea what they mean. I'm sure that it's gibberish. What are they singing?
I don't know.
There you go. But we're all dancing to it in the clubs and on the radios.
You've not seen me dancing to it. Okay. Recently, the Nigerian Broadcasting Commission banned 5 songs of Olamide, Davido, and Nice from being aired on Nigerian airwaves. The NBC stated that the songs violated the Tobacco Control Act of 2015 and contained vulgar languages, profane expressions, and indecency. Do you think government should have any business determining which music is fit for public consumption, or do you believe the interventions are necessary?
I think interventions are necessary. I think it's very important. My only problem is they can't pick 3 people and leave 10 people. Okay. It has to be carried across everybody, you know, because there are some other songs that have been released that contain profanities and all of that. But definitely, yes, definitely there should be some kind of censorship.
At least it's a start.
It's a start.
Do you think Nigerian musicians should self-regulate their productions before release to avoid getting slammed by the NBC?
Most certainly, most certainly. And like I said, music is the biggest message carrier. And you're carrying messages, especially to the children. These children are going to grow up thinking that all of that is fine. I mean, the F word. Mm-hmm. in all the songs. You know, talking about let me not be profane here, but really, we should stop and think before we put it out there, because we all, if you don't already have children, one day you will have children, and we are the people that the children look up to, especially the children.
You've had quite a long experience doing music, and I'm sure that most of these young Nigerian musicians look up to you, and a lot are your friends. Have you somehow, directly or indirectly, communicated this to them?
Most certainly. I talk about it all the time. You ask them, they'll tell you that Mama G is one of those people that will tell you that this song that you're singing is rubbish. Most certainly. But like I said, it doesn't count, because I'm just one voice, and 1 against 100 is tough. What
happens to little drops of water?
Make a mighty ocean. In this case, I'm just one little drop of water.
It's interesting how some Nigerian musicians have declared their intentions to run for political offices in the coming elections. Do you think it happens due to dwindling revenue from music, or could this affect their music?
Affect their music?
Going into politics?
I don't think so. I think you can be a politician and still be a musician. My only issue is if you're going to be a politician and you're going to go and steal money like everybody else is. You know what I mean? there's no reason why a musician shouldn't go into politics hoping that they can make it better for everybody and still do music. There's absolutely no reason why not.
If in the music they display profane languages, they display indecency, what kind of politicians would they make if they get into politics?
Absolutely profane politicians.
So?
that will go to the House of Assembly and
So
fight.
They should better stick to music.
To music, right? Well, in my opinion, they shouldn't even be doing music at all. As well, they should look for a day job.
Which would be?
I don't know.
Okay, Matt. So.
But going back to that, there are some musicians, like you said, who do pass a message, a strong message. And if those people decide to go into politics, I'm sure that they will make a difference. And even these people that are singing profound languages, because it's a trend, it's a fad. And if you don't do it, then you're not doing real music in Nigeria now, which, quote unquote, in my opinion, is not real music, but that's the music that is in vogue. I'm sure that they don't live like that. I can promise you that a lot of them don't actually believe in what they sing. So if they do go into politics, I'm sure they will make a difference.
They don't believe in what they say, and yet they pass the message.
Yeah.
So
this is the problem. These are the issues.
How do we even correct some of this?
My darling, it's a tough one. Because like I said, we still go to the clubs and we still dance to the rubbish.
Following the precedents of entertainers such as RMD, Desmond Elliott, Nice, Kate Henshaw, Nkiru Sylvanus, what, in your opinion, have they done differently to make Nigerians trust other entertainers with intentions to run for political offices?
These are my friends, though.
I'm aware. That's the reason I have to mention names.
Absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
At least you're being honest. That's good.
Yeah. They haven't make no difference.
So when we see people like Nice, Terry G come out declare intentions to run for governors in their states, we should just, say, oh yeah, that's one of those.
Well, we can't judge these two people by the other five. Everybody's different. So let them go and let us see if they will make a difference. You can't judge. You can't judge one person by another person. So
when you say that your friends and those who've joined politics have done literally nothing to make Nigerians trust the other ones who are coming to politics, are you saying now that, because now you're saying don't judge the other ones, the other two by the other ones who are going, so it's like contradictory.
No, it's not contradictory, because are you going to judge Mr. Lagbaja by Mr. Ojo? No, you're not. I mean, what makes a Nigerian musician different from somebody else? We still vote them, don't we? How do you trust them? Because the politicians that have been there, they haven't given us any reason to trust anybody else, really. So, I mean, why not give the musician a chance? Just because the other ones went in and didn't do anything does not mean that I won't go in and perform.
If you would give a Nigerian musician a chance to go into political office for 2019, who would that be?
Me. Let me see. That's a tough one. I think Dede Mabiaku.
No, who is that?
He's an Afrobeat musician. He was Fela's protege. He's a very outspoken musician. I think he has some strong views and some very strong, what's the word I'm looking for? He has good intentions for Nigeria. So I think Dede.
So he won't go in and thief like the rest of them?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Lastly.
Do you think that Fela would have stolen if he had gone into government?
Who?
It's Fela.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Okay. Lastly, it's been 2 years, over 2 years of this government administration, the Buhari administration. And we've seen how that has gone so far, the goods and the bad. How would you
Is there anything good that has happened?
No, that's what I want to ask you now. How would you assess the government?
Do we have a government? I don't think we have a government. I don't think there's anybody's doing anything. I think everybody's just in Abuja enjoying themselves and forgetting that there are other people out there. There's 220 million of us, approximately. And 300 people are in Abuja controlling everything. There's poverty out there, real poverty. I'm telling you, there are children that cannot eat one meal a day.
Did you vote for this government?
Absolutely not. I wasn't even here when they voted.
2019, would you vote for this government?
Depending on who they're voting for.
So you're not happy with this government?
Absolutely not.